Hi guys, it's Beth. Welcome back to my channel. Today it's time for my Crafty Goals update for the month of October, and this is part of the Crafty Goals collab with Amalia, and Amalia is Cool Cakes and Crafts here on YouTube. And basically we just set some goals at the beginning of the year for ourselves, some crafty goals, and then we share those with you and share our progress throughout the year as well. So October was the first month that we started homeschooling. If you saw my September video, I talked about that a little bit. And I have to say we have enjoyed homeschooling, but it's like rocked my world as far as timing, or just getting anything else done. Because, usually we're done with school by lunch, but then it seems like we've had running to do like almost every afternoon in October, and then we were on vacation, and then there's lesson planning, trying to run the business, and just life. So October was a struggle for me as far as productivity on all fronts. But I don't regret homeschooling. I really love it, and I love having that time with my girls and being involved in their education, and I love that part. I just need to figure out everything else around that, and we still, just because of our vacation that we had already planned during their, what would have been their school fall break, we haven't really gotten into a great routine yet, and I think that will help. And then if we can somehow stop running around in the afternoons to various places, that will help me too. Anyway, you don't necessarily care about all that, but it did make an impact on my crafty goals, which is why I wanted to tell you, give you an update about that. So I still did a lot this month. I still got a lot done. It was hard for me because compared to my previous months, it felt like I didn't get anything done. But I did finish up 3 paper pads this month, 3. One of those was the Pinkaboo pad, which I started at the beginning of September. So it took me 2 months to get through this pad. And then I finished up the Stay Freeze pad from Craft Smart, which was just a 6x6 pad with 24 sheets. I did that for the Smash That Small paper pad collab. And this one went really quick. It only had 24 sheets, so I did that in an afternoon. So that was really nice. And then, because I don't know why, I pushed to finish this Wicked pad by My Mind's Eye as well. This has been in my stash forever, and I pulled it out at the very beginning of the month for something. I needed something, or I thought this would be good for a project I did at the beginning of the month, and there wasn't that much left in here because, as you can see, it's more of like a project pad instead of just like a normal scrapbooking paper pad. And I had used up a lot of the pieces, or at least had everything cut up. So there weren't that many full sheets left, and so I was like, oh, I can go ahead and finish that off too. And so it was literally well, no, I guess I did finish it up before the end of the month because I ended up using this paper I needed 50 more cards for my dad's nursing home, because they have 150 residents, and I was 50 cards short. And so I did use this to make a bunch of cards for the nursing home, and so I did end up finishing it up before the end of the month, but it was kind of a push. So I did 3 pads, and I just want to give a shout out to my daughter Ellie, who also used up a paper pad this month. Hers was from Target, and it was just this little 6x6 pad, and it had 14 sheets. And I ended up making 30 cards out of that Wicked pad that I just showed you. She made over 20 cards out of this little paper pad for me to also donate to the nursing home. So she stepped up, helped me out, and I was very grateful for that, and she really enjoyed it. So give a little shout out to her. I did not count that in my total. But, one thing I had not given myself credit for something on my next goal, which is to use up at least one embellishment every month. And talking about taking credit for Ellie's, or not taking credit for Ellie's work, my girls did an art project for Halloween, and it was originally, the pin I saw on Pinterest was supposed to be like a bigger scale, and they used painter's tape to kind of mask off some areas so that it looked like a spider web design. And we were doing it on a smaller scale, and so instead of painter's tape, I didn't have any thin painter's tape, and so I pulled out washi tape, and I did use up 2 rolls of washi tape. So I forgot, because I had mentioned that in my Use It Up 2020 challenge video, and said, you know, that I felt guilty for claiming that because I don't have a project to show for it, but my daughters have the project to show for it, and so I did use 2 rolls of washi tape for that. And then my third goal is to complete 5 personal scrapbook pages. I did 2 this month. Totally failed on that one, and I hated that. I really wanted to have some time to get some more pages done because I still have tons that I want to finish before the end of the year in order to meet my goal number 9, which is to finish scrapping 2013 pictures by the end of this year. Yes, I'm still on 2013. So that one was a bummer to me, but it is what it is. Make 10 Christmas cards, at least 10 Christmas cards each month. And this is just in here because I am part of the 10 on the 10th Christmas card collab, where, you know, you try to make at least 10 Christmas cards every month throughout the year. And then by the time you get to Christmas, you should be set on Christmas cards. And considering that I donate to my dad's nursing home and Cards for Soldiers, and then also, you know, would like to send out personal cards, I've been trying to make more than 10 to at least get my donation card numbers up, so that if I have to make Christmas cards in December, it's more like for my personal cards. So I did make 13 this month. And sticker sheets, using up at least 1 sticker sheet, and I put that in there just because I am part of the Stick Your Side of Crafting collab, where you are encouraged to use up at least 1 sticker sheet every month. And I did use 3. One of them were like little labels that you can just add. They're almost like envelope seals, and I just added them to the envelopes for the cards that I sent out. Then I did use up I guess I have 4 if I count the envelope seals. But I used up some glitter spiders, which were on I used with the Pinkaboo. And then these 2 Paper Studio sticker sheets I used on that Wicked pad. And I have not shared the last of my Pinkaboo pad yet. That will be coming out soon, and I also have the video for the Wicked pad and the projects I made with that coming out soon. So I know it's November, Halloween is past, but I do still have some projects to share for that, so stay tuned for that. Goal number 6 is to clean the craft studio at least once each month, and I did, primarily because I was looking for something. Nothing inspires you to clean more than looking for something that you have and has to be here somewhere. And the funny thing was, even when I cleaned, I didn't find it, and that's because Ellie had stashed it away somewhere with a project she was working on, and it wasn't in its normal spot. So it's found, all is good, and our craft room got cleaned because of it. So I guess that's still a win-win. Goal number 7 is to use up 1 upcycle item from my stash. These are things that I've picked up at thrift sales, garage sales, or clearance somewhere that I can turn into something else. So whether that's like some chipboard pieces, wood pieces, boxes, whatever. But it also includes like notepads, pencils, things that I can put into a project and turn around and either gift it or use it for decor or sell it or something like that. And for October, I did use I used a bunch of pencils because I made some Halloween pencil packs, and I also made some like goodie bags for Halloween. It just had a whole bunch of like stuff in it. I thought that would be good if kids aren't really trick-or-treating, if grandparents or somebody else wanted to just give the kids, like a goodie bag. And then I think that may have been it. It was primarily like some of that little stuff that I had in my stash. So I just put 1 big check mark because I don't know exactly how many items I used of all that little stuff. Goal number 9, we already talked about, finish scrapbooking in 2013. Goal number 10 is develop kits to use up papers and supplies. In September, I had pulled out a bunch of Halloween papers with the intention of making some Halloween card kits, and never did. Never had a chance. So Big zero for that for October. Goal number 11 is to create at least 10 block sets per week, and this is for the craft business that my husband and I have. And just October, because it was so chaotic, I did horrible at tracking anything. I had to go back through videos to see what some of my projects were, to even look for them, to count number of cards made or what have you. And so blocks, I really have no idea. We had a craft show, an actual in-person outdoor craft show at the beginning of October. So I know I made a bunch of inventory for that at the beginning of the month. And then I've had orders and inventory for the boutique that we have in town that we sell at. So I know I've made a bunch of blocks this month, but I have no idea what that number is. So I just guessed at 50. I don't know. But I know I did make, I don't know if it was 10 per week, but I know I did make a decent amount. Goal number 12 is to average at least 3 videos per week on my YouTube channel. I did not make that this month just because a lot going on, and I didn't really have anything to share. So I only had 11 videos, but then I also did 5 videos for Scrapping for Less. So I did 16 videos this month, but only 11 of those were on my channel. And then goal number 14 is to use up at least 1 card kit each month, and I did. I used the January 2019 Flavor of the Month card kit from Scrapping for Less. It was coffee themed, and it was so fun. And I did not include this on my channel, but there is a video on the Scrapping for Less channel that I will link below if you'd like to see how I used up that kit and haven't seen that yet. So if we look at my stats here real quick, for September cards made, this is a guess. I was trying to go back through and count some of the cards I'd made for October that I still have on hand. I'm guessing it's at least 160, maybe more, maybe less. Cards sent, oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong month. Cards made would be helpful if we looked at October. So it was at least 120. Cards sent out, that one, I know I donated 150 cards to my dad's nursing home, and I didn't track it, but I'm guessing that I sent at least 5 cards out throughout the month to various people. And then I only made the 2 scrapbook pages. I had a total of 16 videos, and then I guessed at the 50 block sets. So we are in the last quarter of the year, and honestly, if I did nothing else, for November and December, I don't think it would be, it would still be a successful year, because I have averaged more than 1 paper pad every month. I have averaged, several embellishments and sticker sheets and Christmas cards and everything. I have done really well up until this point. So if I know I shoot for using up my small paper pad for Smash That Small Pad every month, so I know I can use at least 2 more pads probably before the end of the year. Hopefully I can also finish off at least 1 12x12 pad, if not 2, and then, use up some embellishments. Would love to work on some Christmas card kits this month to help kind of use up some of my Christmas stash. I would love to be able to do that. So hopefully I can get to that. And then I know I would love to find more time to work on the personal scrapbook pages. That's another big goal I would just really, really love to finish this year. And I've said several times this year that it'll probably be that week between Christmas and New Year's when things just slow down on all fronts, and just do nothing but scrapbook, and see if we can't get through all the pictures that I have left. So that's kind of where I stand at this point. I'm hoping that as November continues on, homeschool will get into a little bit more of a better routine. We'll kind of work out some of the kinks, and then I can have more of a dedicated time to also work on the crafty business and craft. I think October was just kind of crazy all the way around. So hopefully November settles down just a little bit on that front, and we can get into a homeschool routine, and then I can get into a routine with everything else around homeschooling as well. But I hope everybody who kind of created some goals for yourself, whether you're participating in this collaboration or not, I hope you guys have done well so far this year and for the month of October. We'd love to hear about your progress. You can include some of that in the comments below. I'm also including in the description box the list of all the participants in this collaboration, so please be sure to go check them out and see how they did for October and encourage and support them as well. But thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope, as usual, I hope you all have a very crafty day.